I gave the win to the proposition. I thought that the proposition was more consistent throughout the debate and organized in their arguments and had a better use of evidence. For the privacy argument, they were able to use the definition of the UN to their advantage and talk about issues in privacy outside of the United States, like, for example, in China. And while the opposition was able to refute this by making the argument that you give up some privacy in public, the proposition rebuttal was able to efficiently show how constantly being tracked and monitored and recognized by security cameras is a different kind of violation of privacy that isn't really in anyone's control. For the argument about misuse, I thought that this was the proposition's strongest argument, but that the opposition didn't really do an effective job of addressing the argument. They're able to talk about things like racism, abuse of power, and infringing on freedom of speech, but it wasn't really addressed, especially in the second and third speeches on the opposition. And since the misuse argument was so strong, I thought this is what really won them the debate. For the arguments about safety, right off the bat, I felt like the proposition had a larger amount of evidence and a variety of evidence. They're able to properly refute the two pieces of evidence that were used by the opposition. And while in the second opposition speech, the speaker recovered well from that refutation, I don't think it was sufficient enough to prove that security cameras cause a significant protection of safety to overrule arguments about misuse and privacy. So overall, I thought that the proposition had a better use of evidence and was able to show a more nuanced understanding of the privacy versus safety debate.